Right, back live tonight, here on In Focus. Let's start here now. The National Education, Health and Allied Workers Union says the high number of unclaimed bodies at state mortuaries in KwaZulu-Natal has reached crisis levels. Nehawu says mortuary workers desperately need counselling services because their working conditions are a health hazard. Nobuhle Modise reports.
Health Minister Dr. Nobuhle revealed in a parliamentary meeting last month that there are over 2,000 unclaimed bodies in government mortuaries nationwide. In KwaZulu-Natal alone, there are over 1,300 bodies. The National Education, Health and Allied Workers Union in the province says it has been sounding alarms about the impact of this on their workers.
2 years ago, Nehawu started what we called a fact-finding mission across all the forensic pathology services in the province. But we were largely concentrating here in Durban and Pietermaritzburg, in Phoenix, in Python, Parkrin, and as well as Fort Nebia. We discovered as the National Union that there were quite a number of bodies that remained unclaimed in different mortuaries, and that on its own put a strain on the pathology services. You remember that here in Durban, the old Girl Street was shut down because of the non-compliance, which meant that the Durban Central and the area around Chesterfield no longer have got a service mortuary that are going to utilize, which meant that majority of the bodies will now move to Phoenix or sometimes Parkrin or sometimes here in Pinetown. So that gave a very big strain to the system.
According to Nehawu, the Phoenix morgue can only accommodate 500 to 600 bodies.
The capacity is very low in the absence of one major mortuary services. As Nehawu, we made a call to the Department of Health that it is important that we build another new Girl Street that is going to cater the community of Umlazi, the community of Durban Central, and the community of Chesterfield and surroundings, because it's very, very clear that the system is not absorbing.
The union says of the unclaimed bodies, some date back to the 2021 July unrest and April 2022 flooding.
And you know that there is a National Health Act. There are regulations that says that when the body have not been claimed for more than 30 days, therefore the state must take responsibility in terms of burying that particular body. And that is the part that I think largely is missing.
It says the facilities are also understaffed and the conditions are deplorable.
If you can enter here, I can tell you, you'll not get out the same because of the smell. You remember during the times of load shedding, almost the past, which have been happening for the past few years, that also even affected the mortuaries. The smell here is unpleasant, which also on its own poses a risk to our members. We have always been engaging the Department of Health that we need to ensure that all the protective gear that workers need here in mortuaries, there's a greater provision.
For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Nobuhle Modise in Durban.